Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is March 21st, 2026, and this is my weekly market review, where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor, please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, first of all, we are now in a bear market. All four indexes are below the 9-10 moving average on the monthly chart. When the market has a close below the 9-10 moving average on the monthly chart, some of us technical traders say that the market is now bearish, meaning that it is more tendencies to drop than to go up. Although as we know, anything can happen in the market. But we have to have some point to say, okay, we're in a bull market or we're in a bear market. This is the point where we say now we are in a bear market. Just want to throw that out right up front. I'm doing that on all the videos. All right, let's resize, maximize this quarterly chart and see what we have here on the Russell. On the Russell, we got a lot of selling pressure, as I've been saying every week. On the Russell, pushing down, looking very, very bearish at this time and all, but that's what we see there. All right, let's go ahead and go down to this monthly chart where we can see that we are in this bear market at this time. Let's go here. Right now, we're in a bear market at this time. We've got to close below the 9-10 moving average and all. This close down here. We're below pivot, so again, tendency to slip sometime and get down, but we only have a couple of more, and this is on a monthly chart, and we only have like a week and a couple of days left of this month. So again, it's bad, but the Russell got time to get even worse. Because it could look like next month we will be opening. These are quarterly pivots, and it's getting close to the end of the quarter too. So we will be opening below pivot come next quarter. We can slip a little bit more, I believe. Don't know. So be careful, be careful, be careful. That's all I should say here. But let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, the big thing also back there on that monthly chart, let me go zip back there just for a second, and I went the wrong direction. We have an evening star also here on this monthly chart and all. So again, we'll be looking for a confirmation candle to see if it actually happens or not. And since we'll be opening below pivot, we might get a little bit of a confirmation candle. Might turn and get a red candle out there for a little while come next month. But it can also come down here and reverse and also turn green on us right away. So be careful, be careful. All I say, be careful, be careful, be careful. Or the Russell might give you these three candles like giving you a confirmation candle, then giving you another follow-through candle, then start getting really bullish and push back up. So again, be careful, be careful, be careful. That's all I can say. And all. But let's go ahead and go down to this weekly chart. On this weekly chart, what we see here, what I want to zoom in is just right here. What's happening here on this weekly chart is we're not quite to the 50 moving average. We did like what I like seeing, when I'm trading. It's a nice little bounce off that support 3 level, which is this red line right here, and we've gotten that. The thing is now with the Russell, can we get the reverse? Can the Russell lead this market in turning around? This green on the Russell, it passed this demand candle. I thought this was a nice demand candle that might have supported us a little bit. We got a little bit of a doji and got below that, and this week now we have pushed down to a support 3 level, and now we're going to be down here on this demand candle. So I think we can drop a little bit more before we actually get our reversal. So be careful, be careful, be careful. I'm kind of expecting a reversal, but we don't know. Again, and it might just be enough to create another shoulder on this side of the market before we actually make a crazy drop to the downside if it's going to actually happen. So again, just be mindful of your trading plans and your trading strategies and trade accordingly. Let's go down to the daily noise and wrap this on up. On this daily noise, what happened this past week? One of the things, let me just bring this up right here. One of the things that I've been having on here lately is this 50 and the 200 moving average. Because that's one of the things. Once I see the market gets below these levels here, and all on my daily picture, that's when I know, okay, you got your confirmation that this market is actually more in a downward slip and a downward channel, and this, you should be telling myself I should be selling this market at all times, any chance I get. But a lot of times I end up sitting on the light sideline, or I end up being all in cash. That's just me and the way I trade. But based on your trading plan and your trading strategy, just trade accordingly based on what you should be doing. But this is one of the things that I put on my charts to kind of like help me identify. Yes, okay, yeah, you're no longer in a bull market. Yeah, you buy trades, your bull trades, and you're scalping, instead of getting your 50 cents and your dollar, you're only going to be getting 10 cents or 20 cents. Do you want to take those type of risks at this time? And again, the answer should be no. I say here we should be no. But again, bullheaders, we like saying anytime we see it, think we got a chance to make some money, we try to play that upside. But as we can see here, let me get out of that right quick. And I'm gonna zoom right here in this little area here, and what happened this past week. What happened this past week that we can see here? We got this little. This is like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We got this little push up. We thought maybe we had some support that was going to happen here, and all based on what had happened the previous week. But again, it got where we slipped a little bit here. We slipped quite a bit here and pulled back up, but then on Friday we slipped some more. And the place where we slipped that is kind of interesting is that we slipped here to a 200 moving average. Again, on our daily chart, that's why I have this here. And the other thing that's kind of interesting, we got here at a support 1 level, and the market kind of dipped a little bit above it and pulled back above that level. So again, I think the Russell probably is going to might be a leader when this thing does turn around and all, but don't know exactly when that's going to happen. Nobody knows. We don't know. Little money doesn't know. And the other thing that I can see coming up next week, we will be opening below. We look like we will be opening below pivot unless we get some kind of crazy gap up news. If something happens over the weekend and get a gap up and get back above pivot and start that whole reversal process. If not, since we're going to be below pivot, we're going to get maybe going to get below the 200, and we're going to get another big push down to the downside. So be mindful of your trading plans and your trading strategies and trade accordingly. And that's pretty much it. That's all I really have here on the Russell 2000. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. This is Right Side Trader. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.